What's up, guys? Another Trade Genius podcast here with Bob and Phil. Guys, the market roadmap has been flawless this year. What are we talking about? Well, we're going to show you. And we're also going to show you why we're about to fall off the map. So let's dive in.
Trade Genius.
All right, Bob. So a lot of people don't know this, but there is quite a seasonality to the markets. And this year has been just really hugging that to the point where you can almost just use it as a predictive model to trade.
Yeah, and it's funny, the quants are talking about a Santa rally after this sell-off in October. It just seems too pat for me, but the chart here, we're going to throw it up for you too. So this market started to lift off in April and didn't really stop till August. But the ironic thing about it is, even now with Janet Yellen still throwing money at the market, and we went $1.5 trillion in debt in the last 60 days, Phil, and the market is kind of puking that up. You'd think we'd have a blow off with all that liquidity coming in, but it's actually disappearing down a black hole at the same time. And so I think the next chart is going to tell a story that our view is that, look, seasonality holds, and in November, basically everybody who's been lagging behind are going to put in basically a fourth quarter push to drive us into the end of the year and have kind of a Santa rally. But the Treasury may not be able to provide the liquidity. And really right now, and I'll let you explain that, the Treasury liquidity is really all that's been mattering the whole year.
Yeah. And our pullbacks have been brief and really had a strong market since the debt ceiling was raised. And there was a misconception that, if Yellen's going to have to issue a bunch of debt, it's going to draw down the market. But the problem with that is it becomes down to the type of debt that she's issuing. And what she did, which is something that's been unusual, and we're going to show you on this next chart, is the way she issued debt was strictly into T-bills. So here's that chart. And you'll see on the right there, so there's three things that are noted here. There's bills, notes, and bonds. All right. Bills are in blue, notes are orange, and bonds are red. You'll notice that we have this high concentration. That's that green square over there on the right. Very high concentration of T-bills ever since the debt ceiling was raised. And so that's really what's been driving the market. Now, if you look at the left side of the chart there, Bob, where it's got that red rectangle, I highlighted that because that was a long period of where there wasn't T-bills being issued. They were being redeemed. So you had a negative return on issuance there. And instead, you had the longer term duration stuff like notes and bonds that were being issued. So you can see how that impacts the markets. I don't have the S&P 500 overlaid here, but you guys can look it up yourselves. That period from March to June in 2022 was not very favorable for bulls at all. We had a high amount of volatility and really sharp drops. And so that's why we haven't seen that since June.
Hey guys, if you guys don't mind, head over to tradegenius.co. Check out our specials we have over there. There's a number of different specials with different packages for all different experience types. If you're more into education, we have a package for that. If you just like to get into the room, primarily, we have a package for that as well, where you can see where we're calling out trades and things like that live and also posting signals into our Discord signal rooms. So check it out, tradegenius.co. Appreciate you doing that.
That's where things change. We're going to fall off the map here. We're going to get back to this environment where I have this red rectangle. That's going to be more of what you see as we progress through October and November. And I think, Bob, we're going to finally buck seasonality, and it's going to catch a lot of people off guard if they don't understand how much the Treasury affects these markets.
Yeah, I think what people don't understand is that T-bills you can use T-bills as collateral to borrow against.
Right.
And so people say, well, if this works, why not just do it forever? Well, the problem is that you got to redeem old debt too. And there's only 1.2 or 1.3 trillion dollars left in the RRP. And that'll get absorbed. If that's all she did, that would get absorbed in a matter of months.
Right.
Basically wiping out the RRP. And then she still has to keep raising money for debt. So that's why they try to limit the amount of the percentage they do. She's already blown through it. This woman has done everything possible to create a fake economy instead of having to deal with hard issues, that basically we need to have a semblance of a normal working capitalist market. She's been a piece of work when she was at the Fed, and now she's doing the same crap in treasuries. But I don't think she could provide the liquidity very long. And so once you have to issue bonds instead of bills, that is a liquidity suck. That takes money out of the markets,
Right.
and it locks it up. And they've been trying to avoid that like the plague, Phil. And I don't think
Right.
they're going to make it. And so the interesting thing about it is everybody who's really bullish on the market are looking at the seasonality chart and saying, hey guys, look, just relax, take a chill pill on this sell-off. And our view is that you better be prepared for the liquidity to dry up. And too many people are going to be caught goofy-footed. And if the VIX keeps rising because of that, then it's going to cause a cascade the other way, Phil.
That's right. So if you guys want to be able to follow liquidity and the liquidity models, head over to tradegenius.co. We have a Fed liquidity package that shows you what liquidity is doing. So you can follow that. You can also sign up for our newsletter because we incorporate tracking those models in the newsletter as far as what levels and direction that we should be going in. So check that out, guys, over at tradegenius.co. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next video. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Take care.
Trade Genius.